Hello and welcome to a day in my life. Okay, really, I am talking in the camera, but you're not going to hear anything. I have to do a voiceover because the mic isn't working. So here I am waking up. I had a shower and everybody's still sleeping. So I was explaining to you guys my routine and what I do to wake the household up. I think it's extremely rude just to wake people up from their sleep. So I try to make it inviting. So I opened the door for some fresh air as well as some light. I then drew the curtain so natural light could come in. You can see it already said natural light could come in, and it's a pleasant awaken, and it really works. Let's see. You could sense me. Mission accomplished. I decided to do the rest to my house. I opened up the shutters and some windows so some fresh air could come in. I gave the pups their treats. The two small ones were still in bed, so I just gave Titan and Taylor for now. I switched the kettle on so I could make my Ghana coffee. And once that was done, I went to enhance my face. I was somewhat explaining to you guys that I was breaking out because I haven't been eating very healthily lately. And so here I'm breaking out. So I'm not going to use any makeup. I'm just going to enhance my eyes and my lips. No foundation or anything of that sort. Here I was explaining that I was doing some online shopping. Remember I said my pantry was so empty, so it was slightly more than anticipated, but I did bring it down to about 4.9. I took it to Travis because he basically processed the payments, and I think it's nice that he also has to look at it. Here he was adding more almond milk for us to try. I took out some chops for defrosting. It's now 20 past 11 in the morning, and I'm about to cook the chops. I first decided though to get my kitchen in order. I find that I get overwhelmed when there's too much mess and clutter around. And when I get overwhelmed, it makes me a bit emotional and frustrated. So what I do is I just basically attack one piece at a time. So I packed the dishwasher. So the sink would be empty, and then it was really just the counters that needed to be cleared out, and I could start cooking, and it was very pleasant. Okay, I'm about done now. Almost. I have to kick the ball for Haley. So I made the chops chutney. I recorded the video. I already posted it. It's doing so well. I think it's gonna go viral. But here's how it came out. It was really delicious. Travis said the meat actually slid off the bone. It was really, I won't lie, it was very good. There's something about cooking with soy sauce that just has me. That's the glaze of the soy sauce. It's incredible. So Travis still working. I went to call him for lunch. You can't disturb programmers, coders, whatever you call them. You just can't disturb them. But anyway, I went to call him for lunch. We basically worked the whole afternoon. We're about to meet for tea time. I was working on this memorial candle. I did the last top up after it sank. Um, it actually always sinks. So I always leave it like 78% done, and then I fill it up. And then I went to meet Travis for tea. I caught him doing this. It's a nice afternoon. It seems like the cold front is done with. We need to start fixing the pool. The pups normally get their power hour around about now, so we tend to get the afternoon sun and sit outside on the patio or on the grass and like catch up with each other while we're chilling out. And the pups get to play around as well. But before it gets too chilly, then we head on inside, close up the doors and the windows, and switch the heater on and make everything cozy. Travis challenged me to arm wrestling. He was basically saying and expressing how nice it'll be if I had to join the sport as well. He's arm wrestled or trained with a few female arm wrestlers when he goes for training, and he feels that I got something there. So I'm gonna give it a shot. It seems like a nice sport. I am afraid to like hurt myself in that, but he is pretty good at what he does, and I'm sure learning from him, who else could I learn best from, right? Um, yeah. So I may be an up and coming arm wrestler. Who knows? We'll see. So yeah, yes, I was just practicing, and he's teaching me a thing or two. But I soon get tired. Okay, so he is heading back to work. He's gonna complete a little bit of stuff. Now, really, at this point, my pantry is so empty. I don't know what to make for snacks for tea time. So I'm just gonna keep it really simple. I decided to make tea and have Mari biscuits because I mean, what better, right, with tea than Mari biscuit? I wasn't really feeling for coffee. I have too much of coffee. And oh yeah, so I found this rooibos chai spice tea, and I'm going to make it exactly how it's directed to be used. So what I did was I got some water boiling, and once it was boiling for like about 2 minutes, I added my tea bags. I lowered the heat on the stove because now you want the tea leaves to brew in the water. You don't want to burn it. So I lowered the heat. I'm giving it a little mix. I'm eventually gonna switch it off and just allow it to stand so it can just brew with no heat. And in the microwave, I've got milk boiling for, well, not boiling, just heating for just 10 seconds. That's it. I don't want too hot milk, neither do I want cold milk. So that just warmed in the microwave for about 10 seconds. And now I'm pouring the tea in and I'm adding sweetener. I just use normal brown sugar. And it turned out to be quite delicious. It's very thin when you want something light but tasty, like not water. And it goes excellent with the Mari biscuit because of the ginger taste in the tea. It's just delicious. Here I'm trying Mari biscuit with the nutty butter. It's like my favorite. And with the nutty butter, it's beautiful. But soon you're gonna see me have just normal button Mari biscuit, and I'm gonna try and dip it in the jar, and it was delicious. It doesn't fit, so I break it in half, dunk it in. Ah, so good. I took a shower out about now, and for supper, I really don't have much. Here, I was just trying to explain to you that I spoke to my cousin before I had a shower, and what I learned for the day is that we really should be patient with older people, especially elder people in our families. And that I mean, everyone's getting old, and we should develop a little bit, just a little bit, patience with them. Anyway, for supper, I boiled some eggs, and I used the leftover gravy from the chops chutney, and I put that on crackers as well as traditional crackers, cheese on crackers. And I'm watching the final episodes of Modern Family. It's so sad. I enjoyed the series. I really did. It's kind of cool. So we're having supper, and good night.